Very good morning, class 12. So today we are going to continue the poem which we started, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. So I explained to you in the previous class that how a beautiful thing, how nature basically help us to come out from any difficulty. If we are sad or depressed, how it can help. And this beautiful nature, this joy which we are, the happiness which we are getting it while looking at it, the joy or the happiness towards it always increase. It will never come to a still position. It will never come to a diminishing level. But every single time it will increase. The love, happiness towards will always increase. That is why it's the everlasting thing in our life. So today only we are going to discuss about it. So from the starting itself I am telling you about it. So please try to understand it here. It says, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Now John Keats is saying when we are looking at a beautiful thing, that is a nature, the happiness towards is forever. Like any time or you're looking at the beautiful thing, that nature, the happiness towards for it will be for always, not for a limited time period, forever. Its loveliness increases. So love towards that nature, the love towards, the happiness towards it always increase. It will always double up, multiply, but will never subtract or divide. It will never pass into nothingness. The same thing. The love, the happiness, the joy towards will never come to a still position. It will never come to an end. It will never pass into nothingness, but it will always increase. Even if you are sitting here, you are thinking about the previous, how you went to see that nature, the scenic beauty, the love, the memory would be the cherishable one only, you will enjoy it. But will keep a bower quiet for us. Now bower quiet, as I mentioned about it, this is something called a shady place, a shelter, where you can take care of yourself, where someone can take a shelter. So in the same manner, John Keats is saying this nature, the beautiful thing, is like a bower quiet for us, where we are getting that peace and tranquility, the peace and calmness we are getting there only. So in the same manner, here the metaphor has been used. So here the poet has used this nature also acts as a shelter, a bower quiet to us only. It also gives that peace and tranquility in our life only. And a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Now John Keats is saying when we are happy from inside, when we are rejoicing everything, it's very obvious that we would be having a good health also. It's very obvious that we would be having no tensions. We can come out from that worries also if we are having. And then we are having a good health, we can have a good sound sleep also. Why we always say a sound sleep? So that you can relax yourself. So here also poet is saying, when we are happy from inside, when we are looking at the beautiful nature and it is giving us joy which is always doubling up, we would be having a good health, we would be having a good sound sleep, and even we can breathe, we can relax properly. Then it says, therefore, on every morrow. Now morrow is morning. Now every morrow are we wreathing? Wreathing means binding, to bind. A flowery band to bind us to the earth. Now John Keats is saying what we are doing every day. Every morning when we are waking up, we are trying to bind ourselves within nature. We are trying to bind ourselves in that band with the nature actually. So we need to bind with it. We need to create that bond, and how we can create with the help of the flowery band. The flowery band is that circular movement. Obviously the band is there. Why we see on the friendship day or some other, we give the bands to a friend. We are basically binding ourselves together. We are binding the friendship together. So in the same manner, poet has used the example of flowers because he had said about this nature actually. So he's saying with the help of flowers, every morning, what we are doing, we are binding ourselves with the beautiful earth actually. Bind with the earth basically means bind with the earth. We are binding ourselves with the help of nature. Right? So every morning we are doing it. Then it says spite. Now spite is in spite of despondence. Now despondence is disappointment. Spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth. Now inhuman dearth here means evilness. Despondent is disappointment, dearth is evilness of noble nature. So it is very important, of the inhuman dearth of the noble natures. So poet is saying we are having number of disappointments in our life. We are having evilness in our life. There is no noble person or noble thing remains now. Of the gloomy days. Now gloomy means sad. Of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways. Now in these 2-3 lines what John Keats is saying, in spite means, in spite basically here we are trying to say here that we all are having that negativity in our life. We all are sad in one way or the other. We are having disappointments in our life. We are having that evilness here. So in spite of all these problems, in spite of all these ugliness which we are having, made for her searching, still we try to search something good in our lives. You would agree on this, right? We are having many negative ways or the sadness in our life. We are having various trials and tribulations in our life. But still we try to search for the happiness. Still we try to search to come out from that situation. But still we try to find the solution of that problem. So how we made for our searching? Yes, in spite of all. So poet is saying, yes, in spite of all these negative, the disappointment, evilness, sad days, unhealthy or over darkened means like there is no scope. Like in spite of all these things, some shape of beauty moves away the pall. Now pall here means dark clouds, darkness. Now poet is saying, in spite of all these problems related to disappointment, sadness, everything, we try to search and we can find the solution in some beautiful things. These beautiful things can remove that sadness, that dark clouds from our lives. Yes, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. So we are having the dark clouds in our life, we are having the dark spirits in one way or the other, but these beautiful things can help us to come out from these situations. When we are looking at the beautiful things, we can onslaught our problems or the tensions and worries basically. Right? So even the poet had given the example for it, such as sun, moon, trees, old and young. So poet has given various examples of the nature that how beautiful things, these beautiful things can help us to come out from that negative way. So I guess for today it is clear to you. In the next class we will do the remaining lines. Thank you, God bless you, and send the worksheet. Thank you.